Double Arrow's days as a working fire lookout house are past, but it remains one of Seeley Lake's most beloved landmarks. After 90 years, it was in need of repair.
The most important thing is the preservation of the building, and that preservation means both structural integrity and historic integrity.
The Northern Region Historic Preservation Team is leading efforts with staff and volunteers to restore the building to its original state. Work was put on a faster track with funding from the Great American Outdoors Act. It provides money for deferred maintenance on federal lands.
We were moving forward with restoring this, but it would have taken us years and years to get to where we are today if it had not been for the funding that came through the Great American Outdoors Act.
Crews are wrapping up the second phase of the project. Phase 1 started with the building's legs.
Over time, they had deteriorated past the point of maintenance and needed replacement.
The legs were replaced by newly harvested lodgepole pine logs from the Lolo National Forest. They support the building. Crews replaced the staircase and railing. They painted the lookout's exterior.
Historic integrity, which is the historic character, is almost entirely intact up here.
Every detail is painstakingly worked out.
We're reglazing the historic sash from the lookout.
The lookout was completed and ready for work in 1932. It was only 20-some years after the Great Burn of 1910. The Forest Service was on a mission to prevent such devastating wildfires. The Double Arrow Lookout was part of the solution.
By 1930 and 31, we see 800 new lookouts hit the stage, and that's because they've finally perfected a packable lookout.
The Double Arrow overlooked and protected one of Montana's most picturesque valleys. It was designed by Forest Service engineer Clyde Fickus.
Designed in Missoula, stamped for approval in Missoula.
Called an L4, it was a standard style once common on the Lolo. It's 14 by 14 feet with a pyramid roof.
And they were built out of a kit. Every kind of lookout this style has the same pieces. It's like a big jigsaw puzzle. Out of the thousands that were all across the West, there's only a very small handful of them left.
It was built in the height of the Great Depression. Nothing was wasted.
Even the shutters were the crates that would go on the backs of the horses to carry the material.
Inside, you get a panoramic view.
There's a reason this lookout was situated here in the first place, is you have a better view of the surrounding areas.
There was a time when this lookout was vital for locating fires and getting people on them quickly.
This is a replica of an Osborne firefinder. It's missing a string, but this circular topographic map is used to locate a fire.
When you picked a smoke, you would pick a location in the distance and then operate the string over the top to help pinpoint where the fire was.
The lookout would then radio headquarters the fire's location. Today, fire detection methods have greatly advanced with high-tech precision, but you can still use the firefinder, and binoculars never go out of style. It takes a special breed to be a fire lookout.
You have to enjoy time alone, and you have to have good communication skills, and you have to have an analytical mind.
There's still about 200 staffed fire lookouts in the country, with about 40 in Montana and 4 on the Lolo. Before renovation began, Double Arrow was used as a rental for the public. In May 2023, it will once again be open for rental, so folks can experience its allure.
I wake up first thing in the morning before the sun comes over the valley and see it all happen. So the lookouts are the first people up in the morning and the last people to go to sleep at night.
Kathy Bickenhauser says it's an ideal specimen for historic preservation because it's existing in its place and it's original.
We convey to any visitors its setting, its feeling, and its place. And that's intrinsic in historic preservation.
When the team is all done, the Double Arrow will be like brand new, circa 1932. Kevin Mackey, NBC, Montana.